Hi everyone and welcome. Today I wanted to talk about the 10 must-have free tools for real estate virtual assistants or transaction coordinators. This is going to be especially helpful for you if you're just starting your business. It is always a good idea to keep your expenses low, especially at the very beginning. Just a smart business decision. Once that you bring more consistent income and have more clients, you can always upgrade or just find different paid solutions for your business. As real estate virtual assistants or transaction coordinators, we're actually business owners. We are acting as independent contractors. So we are actually responsible for generating business. And to accomplish that, a very common practice is to conduct discovery calls. And I use a couple of tools, free tools, to simplify the process. And if you're still going back and forth by email or text, trying to find a day that works for both of you, stop. I use a free tool named Calendly. All you need to do is to link your calendar with the app, set up your availability for that particular type of meeting, let's say discovery calls, generate the link, and that's it. You're going to use that link to share with your prospect. And you can share it by text, by email. You can also include it as part of your signatures or embed it in your website. And another tool that I use to make the discovery calls process easier is Zoom. Because honestly, the discovery calls are always more successful when you can just see the other person. That creates a little bit more trust, and it's easier to create this type of connection and be able to close the sale. I'm pretty sure you're already familiar with Zoom, and you know that it's free for meetings up to 40 minutes, which should be more than enough for you to conduct your discovery calls. Now, the good thing is that Calendly and Zoom, they integrate. So when someone books a call with you, then Zoom, if it's integrated, will generate an automatic link for the meeting, and it's going to not just send that as part of the confirmation, but also you're going to have it already in your calendar. And continuing with communication, the next tool is Google Voice. That is a must-have if you want to separate your personal number and have a business number for free. Now, it is free when you're using it with a regular Gmail account. However, if you do have a personalized domain, then it is a cost associated with that. However, trust me, it's one of the cheapest options in the market, at least that I could find. Another thing that I really like is that I get notifications on my inbox. So every time that someone sends a text, leave a voice message, or call, and I couldn't pick up, I will have a notification. That works really good for reminders. Also, I can use Google Voice in my desktop, which it makes things easier because I can reply to text using my keyboard, which is definitely faster than trying to use my cell phone. I can also have the application in my cell phone, so I can also receive notifications and I can turn them on and off as needed. And now that you're done with the discovery call, hopefully your prospect is actually becoming a client, and you will have to send them a contract to sign. You will have to send them your agreement, either a TC agreement, independent contractor agreement, whatever the case might be. My recommendation is that you simplify the process for your clients. I like to remove any type of friction that might cause a delay in the signing. And let's be honest, if you send a PDF for them to review, they will have to upload it somewhere to be able to sign it. Or they will have to print it, sign it, scan it, send it back. That is a lot of friction. That might prevent someone from taking action fast. To solve the problem, you need to use an electronic signature platform. That way you can upload the document and send it ready for them to review and sign electronically. Now, let me tell you, I was using DocuSign and I was paying for one of the lower tiers, but still I pay for the annual subscription, just to realize later that I have a cap of 5 envelopes per month, meaning 5 documents that I can send for signature. With the pay plan, with Zoho Sign, you have 5 envelopes a month for free, which is the same thing that I'm getting with the pay plan in DocuSign. So to me, it is a no-brainer. And now that your clients signed the TC agreement, it's time for you to start onboarding your client and getting ready to start receiving new contracts to coordinate. In order to do that, you are going to create intake forms. I actually use 2 types of them. I use one for onboarding clients and I use another intake form to receive new contracts. I create them using JotForm. JotForm is an amazing free tool that allows you to create, I think that is up to 5 forms, and you have a ton of different elements to just drag and drop and start creating your forms fast. You can choose from many different options, including uploading documents, which is going to be very helpful when you are creating the forms to get new contracts, so your clients can just upload the contract in there. What I love about JotForm is that they allow you to create conditions on your forms. And the conditions are going to help you to create an interactive type of form where one question is going to be added or removed based on the previous answer. That for me is a game changer, because I don't like to overwhelm my clients with questions that they don't need to answer. If you're finding this helpful, please make sure that you like and subscribe. And the next tool is HubSpot. And I use it for 2 very good reasons. One, it is a CRM. And I said before at the very beginning that as independent contractors, business owners, we are in charge of generating business. In order to do that, we have to be in front of people. We have to promote our services. And at the very beginning, you might just have a handful of people that you touch bases with regularly. However, if you're doing a good job with marketing, you should have, a good amount of leads that you need to keep following up. And it can get a little bit messy if you don't have the right tool. This tool is going to allow you to keep not just the contact information, but also notes, and it's going to help you with the scheduling task for you to follow up in the future. And the second reason why I use them is because they have an amazing, and I mean it, an amazing free library for marketing. It's going to give you a ton of information on how to incorporate different strategies on your marketing plan. And one of the things that you have to absolutely take care of in your business is invoicing and bookkeeping. Now, you could potentially use a Word document to generate an invoice and convert it into a PDF and send it to your clients. Absolutely. However, if you do have a free tool like Wave, why would you do that? And you can also track your expenses. When you're up to date with your bookkeeping, it's not just going to help you file for taxes when the time comes, but it's also going to help you understand how good or not you're doing in your business before it is too late. So create this habit from the very beginning. And as you can see, you will have to handle a lot of different tasks, not just the real estate virtual assistant task or the transaction coordination task. But on top of that, you will have to manage marketing, bookkeeping, hiring. So in order for you to understand where your time is going and be able to track it, you need a tool like Toggle. And in some cases, it's going to determine when it's time to hire someone or delegate that task to another contractor. And talking about delegating, if you are planning to hire at some point, doesn't have to be today, you need to create your SOPs, your training library. And the way I do it is through video tutorials. And I use a free tool for that, which is Loom, to create easy to digest videos for someone that is new to your team. That is one use. I also use Loom a lot to create video messages for my clients and especially for my potential clients, for the prospects that I'm going after. And it's very common for me to create a Loom video with a message to be sent to the people that I met at the networking event. That creates a lasting impression because not everyone is doing that. And the other tool is for marketing. You need to be able to create your logo, your social media post, your flyers, whatever it is that you are going to be using to promote your services. And in some cases, you might be able to assist your clients with basic marketing materials. Use Canva. It's a free tool. Their free plan is absolutely amazing and they simplify the process a lot. So we covered already 10 tools, but I do have a bonus for you. As I mentioned before, I like to attend networking events. What I do not like is to print business cards. What I do instead is I use a free app named Hi Hello, and it's very user-friendly. You can upload your headshot, you can put your email, your website, your phone number, your title, the name of your company, and all you need to do is to download the app in your phone, and when you're at the networking event, you just open the app and you share with whoever you have in front of you a QR code. They scan it and voila, they have your information and you can capture their information as well. So that is a win-win. So I hope that these tools help you to stay on top of your business while keeping your expenses low. That's the point in here. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you on the next one.